try something that I ain't never did before on this one. Let's go. Get your lighters, roll it, sticky, let's get high. Let's get high. Got that blueberry, yum, and it's that fire. It's that fire. Get your lighters, roll it, sticky, let's get high. Let's get high. Got that blueberry, yum, and it's that fire. It's that fire. Got a little bit of blueberry, yum, and I never would've thought that it could taste this good. Thank God for the man who put it in my hood. It's got me singing melodies I never thought I would. I'm feeling sorry for the homies who be smoking wood. Chop, break it down for a player like Geek. I'm about to find me a woman and ski. I'ma keep smoking till I reach my peak. Or till I'm stuck and my body feels weak. Headed down to the dungeon, wondering if they got some more. And if they don't, then I'ma have to settle for some droll. Better just stay cool, cause right on after I'ma have to go and continue on my mission, fishing for the yum, but I'm moving slow. Let's get high. Let's get high. Got that blueberry yum, and it's that fire. It's that fire. Get your lighters, roll it, sticky, let's get high. Let's get high. Got that blueberry yum, and it's that fire. It's that fire. Yes, fire, got me so tired, I'ma stop, drop, and roll. Put a wet towel under the door. Don't pass it, I can't take it no more. Somebody take a trip down to the store. Hurry please, cause I need some snacks. And how long will it take to get back? Yes indeed, I'm a little off track. Off this weed and I'm full of that yak. Get on in that stankin' Lincoln, crank it up and ride. And it ain't enough room to fit the other chicks inside. I'm so hungry with the munchies, I'ma eat everything inside. Me and my blueberries together and everything's alright. Let's get high. Let's get high.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday to everybody. Welcome back to the call-in show. Yeah, it's been a long time. I missed this show. Of course, this show is driven by the callers. Without the callers, there will be no show. So, click that StreamYard link, call in, and talk about anything as long as it has to do with college football. That's the only rule.
But I'm barely awake. All bent out of shape. So stomp on your break. If you toting good, then all the smokers. Let me see your flame. Don't know what you got, but my bag up. Put your stuff to shame. All the different kinds and other flavors. They don't mean a thing. You can't compare it, don't stare, cause I got the ultimate Mary Jane. Let's get high. Let's get high. Got that blueberry yum, and it's that fire. It's that fire. Get your lighters, roll it, sticky, let's get high. Let's get high. Got that blueberry yum, and it's that fire. It's that fire.
Y'all know the deal. YouTube really cares about a thumbs up, even though your boy does not. So make sure you hit that thumbs up. It's free. And of course, click that StreamYard link. I won't put you on camera if that's what you're worried about. It's easy. Even I can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. There's actually no doubt about that.
I've got hoes
in different area codes.
Area codes.
Hoes. Oh.
In different area codes. Area codes. Now you thought I was just 770 and 404? I'm worldwide, bitch. Act like y'all know it's the abominable hoe man. Globetrot International Postman. Neighbor Dick Dope Man. 718s, 202s. I send small cities and states.
IOUs.
901s. Matter of fact, 305. I'll jump off the G4. We can meet outside. So control your hormones and
keep your hormones
on till I close the door and I'm jumping your bones. 312s, 313s, 215s, 803. I'll read your horoscope and eat some hors d'oeuvres. 10 on pump one. These hoes is self-serve. 757 410s. My cell phone just overload. I've got hoes.
I got hoes.
In different area codes. Area codes.
Hoes.
Hoes.
get.
Now every day is a holy day, so stop the violence and put the fofo away. Holiday 504-972.
Hey, the Pete Collins Show is back, motherfuckers.
Perpendicular vehicular homicide. 314-201. Too much green, too much fun. I Bangkok and Bangkok. Can't stop, I turn and hit the same spot. Think not, I'm the thriller in Manila. Slong in Hong Kong. Pimp 'em like Bishop, Magic, Don Juan. Man, after Henny with a Coke and a smile, I just pick up the motherfucker.
I don't know, maybe the Indian man will, maybe he'll call in.
I'm slanging this dick like a
We'll
new
see.
Is it cause they like my gangster wall?
Gangsta wall,
Is it cause they like my gangster talk?
gangsta talk,
Is it cause they like my handsome face?
handsome face,
Is it cause they like my gangster way?
gangsta way.
Whatever it is, they love it and they just won't let me be. I handle my fears. Don't rush me, just relax and let me be free. Whenever I call,
Just relax and let me be free. Come on, man.
you know that I ball. Stop running, I call my substitute. I've got holes in different area codes. Area codes.
The call-in number is 999 area code, then 999-9999.
916-415-704. Shout out to the 206, everybody in the 808. 216-702-414.
Let's go.
214s and the 281s. 334-205. I see y'all. 318 and the 601s.
308-601, 203, 843, 402, 407. All right, the show starts in just a minute, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, if you want to be a part of the show, which is the main thing here, I am not the show. This is the only show I do that's not about Pete. Okay? It's about you, the caller. So make sure you click that StreamYard link, call in. We'll be with you in just a second.
Roll out, 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 roll out. I got my swing lock on it.
Cock back.
Me and my homies. So drop that. Rolling on 20 with the top back. So much money. You can't stop that. Swing lock on it. Cock back. Me and my homies. So drop that. Rolling on 20 with the top back. So much money. You can't stop that. Now where'd you get that platinum chain with them diamonds in it? Where'd you get that matching beans with them windows tinted? Who them girls you be with when you be riding through? Man, I ain't got nothing to prove. I paid my dues, breaking the rules and shake fools while I'm taking it. Tell me who's your weed man?
How do you smoke so good?
You's a superstar, boy.
Why you still up in the hood?
What in the world is in that bag?
What you got in that bag?
A couple of cans of whoop ass. You did a good ass job of just eyeing me, spying me. I got my swing lock on it.
Hey, Paul, have you quit crying in your Cheerios? Hey, Paul, I told Reg Talk not to sit me next to you during the Clemson and Georgia Tech game. I can't stand the crying. I just can't take it. I'd rather be between two nerds than sitting next to you in that game.
And that car don't come out until next year.
Where the fuck did you get it?
That's $80,000 gone.
Where the fuck did you spend it?
You must have eyes on your back, cause you got money to the ceiling. And the bigger the cap, the bigger the feeling, the better I'm feeling. The more that I'm chilling, willing, drilling, and killing the villain. Who's that bucket naked cook, fixing 3-course meals? Getting goosebumps when a body taps the 6-inch heels. What in the world is in that room?
What you got in that room?
A couple of gas, a couple of knives, couple of rats, a couple of wives. Now it's time to choose. I got my twin clock on it.
Hey, the call-in show is back. Y'all been asking for this shit for a year now. Almost a year. Here I am. I'm here. I'm right here. Am I right here? I'm right here. Here we are, motherfuckers. Happy 2025 football season.
You just custom fitted. PlayStation 2 up in the ride. Is that Lorenzo Kid? Is that your wife, your girlfriend, or just your main bitch? You take a pic while I'm rubbing the hips, touch the lips to the top of the dick, and then woo! And tell me who's your housekeeper and what you keep in your house. What about diamonds and gold?
Is that what you keep in your mouth?
What in the world is in that case?
What you got in that case?
Get up out my face, you couldn't relate. Wait to take place at a similar pace, so shake, shake, and got my swing clock on it.
Let's go.
So drop that, rolling on 20 with the top back. So much money, you can't stop that. Swing Glock 40, cock back, me and my homie. So drop that, rolling on 20 with the top back. So much money, you can't stop that. Get out my business, my business.
Stay the fuck up out my business.
Cause these niggas all up in my shit and it's my business, my business. Stay the fuck up out my business.
Cause it's mine, oh mine.
My business, my business. Stay the fuck up out my business. Cause these niggas all up in my shit and it's my business, my business. Stay the fuck up out my business. Cause it's mine, oh mine.
Let's fucking go.
Timberland, Ludacris, disturbing the peace.
Disturbing the peace is right. We're about to disturb the peace right now. Trust me. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pigskin Pete College Football Call-In Show every single Wednesday night here live on the Pigskin Pete YouTube channel at 10 p.m. following the Rob and Kale show. Shout out to Rob and Kale. They put a great show over on Caroline Jackpot's channel. But this is my hour now. So if you want to call in and talk college football, this is the time to do it, the place to do it. It's very easy to do. There's a link in the description of the video, StreamYard link in there. There's also being posted sporadically by your boy Nightbot. Very easy to do. I will not put you on camera if that's what you're worried. If you're worried about me showing your ugly face, I know how it feels. I show my ugly face on YouTube all the time. I will not do that. It's audio only. Let's see who's in the chat real quick, and we'll get right to the phone calls. We got some people in the back room, which is amazing and fantastic. Ballard Sports Media is here. Robert, Matt Doomit, Bama Tears is here. Dog Behind Enemy Lines, Stingray, Joshua, Yoda T, my man Jay Shipes. See you in a couple weeks, buddy. Going to the Clemson and Georgia Tech game in Atlanta in a couple weeks. Looking forward to that, and Jay will be there. Stingray, Andrea, Frothy Tavern, Pepe, so whatever that is, says Georgia is scared of Auburn.
The phrase, "Who's your daddy?" comes to mind.
Yeah, that does come to mind. The Uncle Lou is here. Vandy Andy, not to be confused with Vandy Dandy, is here. Jeremy Garrettson, GF Sports. Dave Brown, the Bourbon Hunter. One of my favorite names on YouTube. I hunt for bourbon all the time, but I usually find it right at my local liquor store, so it's not really that hard to find. I don't have to hunt for it. But TPC is here. Hufferbilly Paul. Can somebody put a wellness check on this guy? Can somebody put a wellness check on Hufferbilly Paul? He's been down bad, real bad, ever since Clemson lost to LSU. This guy has been on TigerNet for 24 hours straight with the rest of those fucking idiots over there crying in his Cheerios because they lost by 7 points to a top 10 team, and now they're going 6-6. It's really embarrassing what he's going through right now. I'm praying for you, buddy. I don't even pray, but if I do pray, it'll be for you. There's no doubt about that. Eth Myas is here. Who else we got in here? Kevron Harris, Ohio State is overrated. Are they, though? I don't know about that. What's up, Nature Boy? Squad Man is here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Millis Vanillis is in the house. Mike Porter. All right, everybody, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to take these calls in the order they came in. So if you're on hold, I'll get to you in just a second. What's up? You're on with Pete.
What up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm amazing and fantastic. You changed your name to try to trick me or something?
No, I'm just expressing my feelings, not that anyone cares about it.
Yeah. I don't care about your feelings. I mean, I do like you. But your feelings are on the bottom of my daily list of things I care about.
Oh, I feel the same way about everyone in this community. I love y'all. I care about you, but your feelings, whatever.
All right. What you got for me, Ballard?
All right. I got two things for you. Your thoughts on the Michigan-Oklahoma game, and then talking the ACC here, would a 0-2 start hurt Virginia Tech? What do you say?
Let's start with the second one there. Would an 0-2 start hurt Virginia Tech? I think that goes without saying.
Keep in mind who they're playing with.
I think that's one of the games of the week that I'm looking forward to. That might be one of the best games of the week. And if somebody would have told you 2 weeks ago that one of the best games of the week would be Virginia Tech and Vanderbilt, you would be like, you're crazy. But first of all, there's not that many great games. I mean, there are some good games this weekend, but it's not anywhere close to what week one was, right? But I was actually taken back and shocked at the way that Virginia Tech played against South Carolina. Now, some of you might think that South Carolina is overrated or whatever. I'm higher on South Carolina this year than I've ever been since I've been on YouTube since 2017. I think Lenora Sellers is the real deal. Now, they've got some problems. I'm not saying they're a national title contender or anything like that, or even an SEC contender, but I think South Carolina is a very good team. And Virginia Tech gave them all they could handle. I mean, that came down to two plays, really. I mean, you had the kick return by South Carolina that Shane Beamer, in a stroke of genius, and a stroke of accidental genius, he declined the penalty, had them re-kick it, then they ran it back. Then Lenora Sellers late in the fourth quarter on a third and long. It escaped like three different tacklers, two different guys in the backfield for a sack, and ran for like 15 yards, and then they scored, and that pretty much iced it. But that game was close for a long time. I was pretty impressed with Virginia Tech's physicality. I was not higher on Virginia Tech coming into the season at all, but they impressed me in that week one game. Now, can they carry that over into week two against Vanderbilt? I mean, I think this is probably a marquee game on the slate this week. So I took Virginia Tech in the points, man. I mean, I think they might actually win this game against Vanderbilt, and there's no disrespect to Vanderbilt, but I mean, I haven't seen anything from them so far this year. What was the first question you asked me? I forgot. Oh, was it Oklahoma and Michigan? I took Michigan and that. I took Michigan in that. But I'm not very confident about that at all. I mean, I am on the train of Oklahoma's got to show me something until I believe in them. Do you know what I mean?
I agree with that. I mean, I made my prediction today and I clipped it and uploaded it. I got a close game, but I can't pick Oklahoma to win a big game like this. I think I could see it being a small shootout. I think there's going to be good defense on both sides, but I would trust Michigan to win the game. If I give a score 31-28, just basic like that, I don't know. But, I'm with you on Oklahoma, though. They got to show it to me before I start buying in.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And look, I hope Oklahoma does win because I'm a Brent Venables fan. I want them to succeed there. But I'm not buying into that until I see it. I mean, John Mateer, he might be the best thing since sliced bread. We don't know. Hopefully he bet on himself in this game. If he bet on himself, I might bet on Oklahoma. Do you know if he bet on himself?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
Probably no. Like if look, you got to have that confidence as a quarterback, though, right? You got to have that confidence. So he probably did bet on himself. He probably even took the 5.5 points on ESPN Bet to take Oklahoma.
Hold on,
points,
you just said, is it 5.5 points?
It is, yes, sir.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm a degenerate gambler. 5.5 points is what Oklahoma's favored by, or Michigan's favored by. I haven't looked at it yet.
Favored at home. Oklahoma's at home.
Oh, I'm taking Michigan. I'm taking the points with Michigan on that one. That's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, to answer your question, I'm taking. I think Michigan has a more talented roster. I know the game's at Oklahoma, so you give 3 points to them. But outside, I mean, this is where game day is, right? So obviously everyone's paying attention to that. I'm really looking at the Virginia Tech and Vanderbilt game. That's sort of like a sleeper game as far as I'm concerned. But obviously this game's one I'm looking forward to too. I hope Oklahoma can pull it out, but I'm taking Michigan.
I'm almost split on it. I mean, the big thing for these two teams, though, in this game, Pete, is the offenses didn't look like they probably should have against the group of five that they played last week. Especially, by the way,
didn't John Mateer throw for like 15,000 yards or something? That's all I kept hearing. So I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. But they only put up 35 points.
Only 35 points. Yeah, what a terrible showing. 35 points is terrible. I don't know why. What do you mean only 35 points?
Well, I mean, you would expect more points from a team like Oklahoma on Illinois State, wouldn't you? I mean, just based on the opponent they played.
I would expect more points than 10 against LSU for Clemson, too, but,
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
Yeah, it's week one. It was week one. So, anyway, anything else you got for me, Ballard?
No, let's just get our ducks in a row if we're Bama, beat ULM, and get this season over with. Just rip the Band-Aid off.
You just say get our ducks in a row and beat ULM. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I can't even believe I just heard you say that. I can't even believe I just heard you say that.
Hey, y'all can't. Holy
shit. Playoff team? Is Alabama a playoff team?
Playoff team, man. Playoff team, man.
They are not. They are not.
Wow.
Y'all can't see my picture on StreamYard. It says FSU owns me. So.
Yeah, I'm not going to show that, but you tricked me. His name on StreamYard is Fire Womack, and his picture says FSU owns me. Yeah, I don't. Who's more down bad, you or Hufferbilly Paul? I can't tell. Yeah, do you? Hey, Val, before I let you go, let me ask you a question here. It's just me and you talking. There's nobody listening, so you don't have to worry about that. You won't get trolled for this, I promise.
Right.
What's Alabama's like fan thread site? Like, you know, Clemson has TigerNet, and I think that every team has one. What's Alabama's called?
Well, I'm not part of it, so I don't know. If I had to guess, though, it's
Shut
like
up.
Bama Online. Bama Online.
You just said I don't know, but it's Bama Online. So, of course you know. How many hours a day do you spend on there? Be honest with me. There's nobody listening.
2 to 3. And I eat all the oatmeal cream pies while I read the
He said 2. I thought you were going to say none. 2 to 3 hours. All right, you're only about 6 hours behind Slaw, so that's good for you. I mean, just don't go down that rabbit hole, buddy. All right.
All right. I'm trying to fast from it anyway, right?
All right. All right. See you later,
I'm a
Val.
good Christian. See.
I mean, it said 2 to 3 hours on Tide Talk. Tide Talk. What's up? You're on with Pete.
What's going on, Pete?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing outstanding. I can't wait to meet those Woodwork FSU fans tomorrow, so I can bury them. I know this is an ACC channel too.
Hold on. Hold on. I normally wouldn't stop you in your opening statement, but this is not an ACC channel.
Well, the majority of the fans is
That's not true either. So you're 0 for 2, but go ahead.
But yeah, I just want to get this message out here to the the My Little Pony fans and Seminole fans everywhere, y'all is going 7-5. My Little Pony won't even make it through the season. Y'all trash. Y'all talk about y'all making the fucking playoffs because you beat Alabama. Are you serious? Are y'all serious? I wish the FSU fan would. I'll slap him in the mouth. Talk about going 10-2? Really?
So
y'all would not beat Clemson. Y'all want to beat Virginia. Y'all gonna get upset against Virginia week or whatever that week is. Y'all gonna beat Virginia's gonna beat y'all. They're gonna tear down the goalpost, and y'all season's gonna be over. He's gonna get hurt either against Wake Forest or Miami. Then y'all gonna be saying, "Oh, we would have had Castellanos. We would have made the playoffs." Oh, get off drugs, man.
Respectfully, sir.
Respectfully.
Yeah, get off drugs respectfully, sir. Did you say they were going? What'd you say they were going?
7-5.
7-5.
7-5. My little pony won't even make the whole season, sir.
All right. So what's Florida's record going to be? And don't tell me. Don't look. But I asked you that. I don't want to hear 12-0. If you say that, I'm hanging up immediately.
We're not going 12-0, sir.
Right.
We'll probably go 10-2 or 9-3. We're gonna beat you. You're gonna beat South Florida, 54-21. 54-21.
That's a very specific number there. Let me write this down.
54-21.
54. What do you say? 21.
54-21.
Octavian. I'm taking notes, man.
And we're going to go to Baton Rouge, and we're going to absolutely destroy LSU's soul. We're gonna break LSU's soul next week. We're gonna break LSU's soul. So Paul, if you watching this right now, we're gonna get your leg back for last week and the weeks we coming on.
Yeah, Paul needs some help, man. So he thinks probably. I think Clemson's. I think Paul thinks Clemson's going to lose the game against whoever wins between Florida and LSU. So it doesn't matter who loses that game. Clemson lost somehow. You know how weird that is?
Listen, we're gonna get some get back for Clemson. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we're gonna get some get back for.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't stand Brian Kelly. He's up there. Everybody knows how much I can't stand Dave Doran. I mean, he's a
little cocky son of a bitch.
Yeah. Brian Kelly ain't one shit, but he acts like he's the fucking 2000 Patriots because he beat Clemson in week 1 by 7 points. I hope that y'all humble him. I am a Florida fan next week. I'm a Florida fan. I hope y'all go in there and beat the shit out of Brian Kelly and LSU.
It might be 42. It might be 42-6. The way
I'm not confident as you are about that, but I just hope you do it. You know what I mean?
I'm absolutely confident. I'm just saying that they look suspect to me. They don't really look good to me. They don't impress me. They talk about LSU's dominant. Oh, we're gonna see next week when we punch them in the goddamn mouth next week.
All right, look. I'm with you. Shout out to who did that? What's up, Doc? Doc just gifted 5 memberships. I appreciate your support, buddy. That's awesome of you to do that. But you're looking forward to. You're looking ahead a little bit, I think, to LSU. You're looking ahead to LSU, but you've got something to deal with this week at home in the swamp in the state of Florida with South Florida. I mean, that game's not a gimme.
They'll give us a good quarter, maybe a good quarter or two. We'll pull away 54-21.
Hold on. Octavian, you said 54-21. That was your LSU score. You said every game they score 54 points. Is that what we're doing here?
No. I said LSU. We're going to beat them 42-6. We're going to beat LSU 42-6.
Who was the 54-21 that I wrote down?
South Florida.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, but Florida,
never mind. Go ahead.
South Florida they got a good little squad. They might give us a run the first 2 quarters, but after that they'll be worn down It'll be free. South Florida will be free game for us after a while.
Hey, how many yards did DJ Lagway pass for last week?
Oh, I think it was like 110.
110?
120, something like that. 120 like that, but he threw 3 touchdown passes.
Who'd y'all play?
Living It Up University.
Who?
Living It Up.
Living It Up University.
Living It Up University. That's right. The Living It Up Sharks. Unbelievable. I didn't know who. I thought we were trying to create a team for Madden. The way they was playing.
All right. Anything else, Octavian?
No, I just want to tell the Bama people, just keep their head up and hope he's not Mike DeBose Jr. And just keep their head up. It's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a long season. Hopefully, you can make some kind of a season out of beating Georgia, I guess. But anywho, Georgia. Oh, by the way, Georgia didn't cover their spread. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, they didn't cover. That's right.
They didn't cover.
No.
But fuck Georgia anyway. We'll get doing it on to another day. But anyway, fuck FSU.
So, hold on. Before I let you go, I'm gonna let you go in here in a second. Before I let you go, let me get this straight. You ain't worried about them, and them just means anybody. I mean, you could just like plug in the name here.
I'm not worried about Georgia.
Anybody who is worried about them are on drugs, sir.
Sir,
respectfully,
get off the drugs,
you're gonna beat South Florida 54-21, and you're gonna beat LSU 52-6.
42-6.
40. Let me change my. I wrote that down wrong. 42-6.
42-6.
All right, 42-6. All right, I got you. All right,
that's it.
All right, see you later, Octavian. Thank you for calling. I don't know what it is about the Florida people that remind me of this.
Oh, PigskinPeete is an island boy, and amazing and fantastic, yo. They got the best college football YouTube channel. Yeah, a huge college football fan. We understand it's the Clemson Tigers. They rep it to the top. And the ACC, yo. And the live shows are so underrated on YouTube. We want to say shout out PigskinPeete. We want to say shout out PigskinPeete. Coming from the island boys. You better keep it like it's our grind. Tell that boy you better keep that gun. I'ma do it while I'm staring at the sun. I've been really out to fool gazing. I've been in the pool on stand. I'll pull it like a super saiyan. Yeah. And you the best, so keep on going. Don't let no one stop you, yeah. Alright, PigskinPeete, keep doing your thing. You got it from the island, boy. Yeah, we out, man.
All right. 2 callers down. Of course, I'm taking the phone calls in the order they came. So if you're on hold, just wait. I'll be with you in just a second. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Hey, how's it going, Pete?
How's it going?
I feel bad for you. I mean, you guys lost against a subpar LSU team. Now y'all have cognitive dissonance saying that LSU is a national championship contender.
Who's LCU?
I said LSU.
That's,
y'all say LSU is a national
well, that's not what you said. You said LCU, but I'll forgive that. But continue with your diarrhea of the mouth. I'll listen to the rest of it. I promise.
Saying a subpar LSU team is now a national championship contender. That's baloney. Y'all are just both trash programs and trash teams this year. And we just watched 2 subpar trash teams, struggle against one another. That's all we saw. And y'all are trying to compensate, just saying now that LSU is a national championship contender.
Which hillbilly team is it that you root for?
While Auburn has the best win in the SEC.
There we go, Auburn. That says it all right there. Yeah, Auburn fan here.
Auburn has the best win in the SEC. Georgia couldn't even run the ball against a team called Marshall. That's how sad and pathetic they are. The team cover against a pathetic Marshall team. That's how sad and pathetic they are. Now people are saying, whoop-de-doo, look what they did. They can't even run a ball against them. They're going to be scared when they come into Auburn. That's going to be their first test. Let me tell you that.
While we're talking about numbers and stuff here, since you seem to be locked in on that, how many yards did Auburn defense give up to Baylor?
Most of those were in the, in garbage time when Auburn didn't give
Garbage time.
Exactly. That game was over in the second half, buddy.
No, it wasn't. And every game's over in the second half, literally. When you say stuff like that, it's supposed to be like that game was over at halftime or in the second quarter. You don't say the game was over in the second half. Literally every game ends in the second half, sir. Did you go to school at Auburn? You sound like you did.
Basically over. So, I mean, they basically scored. I mean, they gave up some yards in garbage time. So what?
Did you give up 600 yards? Is that true?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It does matter.
I mean, Baylor is still a top 25 team.
But you just said that Clemson and LSU game didn't matter. But that was 2 top 10 teams. Now you're bringing up rankings. So you beat a preseason ranked team. What was Baylor ranked when you beat them and gave up 600 yards?
These rankings don't really matter.
Well, you're the one that brought the rankings up, not me.
Top 10 team. Clemson is not even a top 25 team, sir. All right, man. Clemson is not even a top 25 team. LSU, maybe they're probably around 15, 25 tops. They're not a top 10 team.
What's your name again?
This is Auburn National Championship, man. We're winning the national championship. We're the dark horse to win this.
That's not what I asked you. What's your name again? Auburn National. That's your name. Auburn National Championship. Is that your name?
Yes, sir.
You just reminded me why I haven't done this fucking show for a year.
Well, I'm your best caller so far, so.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And you know how down bad you are to be behind Ballard and Octavian in that list? You might be worse than Hufflebilly Paul right now.
Well, maybe a team that has a better win in the SEC than Auburn.
What? What'd you say?
Name me a.
Can you take the marbles out of your mouth when you talk? You like, it's like you're moving the phone around. It sounds like you're rubbing it on your neck beard. I don't know what you're doing. And then when you do speak, I can't understand what the fuck you're saying.
Name me a team in the SEC that has a better win than Auburn.
LSU, dipshit. Florida, Georgia. Who am I missing here?
Marshall. They played Marshall. Marshall's a sub-mutant team. Baylor's going to finish the top 25 team, 100%.
So Baylor's going to finish the top 25 team, but Clemson's not.
Hell no.
No, and LSU's not either, right?
Four losses on their schedule.
4 losses, yeah. All right. Yeah. Who the 4 losses going to be to?
Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech.
They don't play Virginia Tech. Actually, I'm wrong about that. I think they do play Virginia Tech. I don't even know. All right, but continue. Who's the 4 losses to?
I'd say that's the minimum that they lose.
The minimum. Let me ask you a question. Auburn National Championship team. Do you go on TigerNet?
I do, yeah.
Now that was the best thing you've said all night. That was the best thing you've said this entire call. So you do go on TigerNet.
Of course.
Do you see Hufflebilly Paul in there when you're in there?
He's always on there. He lives on there.
Okay, you redeemed yourself, sir. Well, hold on. Does Auburn have a Tiger Net too, or is that just? I'm talking about Clemson Tiger Net, not Auburn Tiger Net.
Oh, I don't think Auburn has a Tiger.
Auburn has a Tiger Net. I don't know what it's called, but they've got one. And you're probably the #1 commenter on there. I believe it. 100%. All right, you're starting to break up now. I mean, between rubbing the phone on your neck beard and whatever else you're doing over there, the call is reached its limit there. What's up? You're on with Pete.
How do I follow that? My God.
I don't know. Can you rub the phone all over your ass or whatever he's doing over there? I don't know what he's doing.
Can you hear me?
He's like, Clemson's going 8-4. LSU is no good. They're not even a ranked team.
Rankings don't matter, but you're not ranked in my opinion, and that matters.
Yeah.
He made more sense, and I love Octavian, but Octavian said Florida's going 10-2. Do you know how many teams that are not ranked that remain for them?
3. Okay, I was about to say 3. I was about to say 2, but yeah.
They only have 3 teams not ranked, and that made a whole lot more sense than that last game.
How do you feel about the fact that the guy who calls himself Auburn National Championship thinks that he's the best caller to call in so far?
Not for the reasons he thinks, though. Like, you know, we all love to see crazy shit and train wrecks and stuff morbidly.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate him calling in. This has been a long time since I've done this call-in show, and you never know when you take that kind of time off, you might not get anybody to call. So I'd rather call somebody from Auburn Tiger Net to call in than nobody, I guess.
Well, he was burning. He'd been waiting a year for that.
Yeah, he's definitely been waiting. Yeah.
And do you know how downed HBP has to be?
Oh, man.
You're the premier Clemson fan in my book, and my opinions matter.
Well, thank you.
All opinions matter. And you would rather sit next to the opposing fan base than one of your own fans.
I can't listen to Hufferbilly Paul cry about Clemson after every single play. I mean, it's almost like my wife. If Clemson doesn't get a first down or a touchdown on every single play, my wife starts yelling at the screen saying everybody sucks, fire everybody. And I feel like that's what it's going to be like sitting next to Hufferbilly Paul at the game. So there's 5 of us going. I need to be on one end and Hufferbilly Paul as far away from me as possible. So between me and him needs to be you, Sea-Dog, Jay. Who else is going?
Yeah, me, you, Sea-Dog, Jay, HBP. So
yeah, I need to be as far away from him as possible. I can't listen to him cry all game. I can't do it.
Well, I think we got seats 9 through 13 in row 7. So
I want seat 9 and give him seat 13. I might even ask the person who's sitting next to him at seat 14 if they can switch seats with him to put him even further away.
Hey, row 18, can I switch seats with someone up there? Fuck this.
Yeah, Paul spent the last 5 days on TigerNet. And then every minute that he's not on TigerNet in the group chat that we have, crying about how Dabo Swinney's washed up and, Clemson's going 6-6.
How was Paul received on that platform?
On which platform? On TigerNet?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't go on TigerNet, so I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming he fits right in with those idiots over there.
Yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. We do fucking suck.
Yeah.
He's right.
He's probably a celebrity over there. I bet Paul has got like some kind of special fucking access to TigerNet. He's like a all-time user or something, a special user.
Yeah, like the forums have. Like this is a premier commenter.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's worried about with Tech. I mean, first of all, Haynes King looked gimpy. I'm not so sure he's 100% healthy. The line, what do you think the line is? I've looked at it.
Are you talking about Clemson and Georgia Tech?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. So this is a total guess. I'm going to say Clemson by 6.5.
It's 9.5.
9.5. Really?
I would have set it higher than that.
Really?
Yeah, that Clemson is all wrong for Tech. Like Tech, the talent differential is going to be, because we're so one-dimensional. The talent differential is going to be an even bigger factor. You're just going to be able to force Haynes King to throw, I would think.
So I do think I agree with you in the way that I think this is a mismatch for Georgia Tech. I'm not saying Clemson's miles better, but I think that Georgia Tech is certainly a one-dimensional offense with Haynes King. I don't think you have much of a passing game, and I don't think that's really going to change throughout the season. I'm not saying it's awful, but I think that this team goes as Haynes King's running game goes. And I think Clemson, despite their pitiful performance against LSU in the passing game, they still have the guys to do. They still have the guys to do it. So I think they'll get better in that aspect. And I think they have probably a top 5 defense in the country. And so if they can shut Haynes King down, now that's not easily done. Easier said than done. But if they can limit, maybe not shut Haynes King's running game down, but if they can limit it, I think that the favor goes to Clemson. But I'm surprised that it's that many points. I mean, after the performance that Clemson's offense put on last week, I would have thought it would have been closer to 5 or 6 points.
Well, this is on ESPN Bet Sportsbook. The over-under is 58.5, which seems high to me. I mean, if you hit the over, that'd be because Clemson blows us out, probably.
Right. Yeah. If I were to bet today, which I'm not going to, I'll wait till the week, maybe a day or two before the game. I would take Tech with the points there at home too. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, we're hosting. Now, let me ask you this. The last time we host a ranked opponent like this at home, Sea-Dog and I rushed the field. If that were to happen, I've thought about this. What would you do? Would you rush
I'm
the
not
field
running. If Clemson gets beat, am I rushing the field? I know that's a Clemson thing, but
I mean, but one of us.
That's a legitimate question, I guess.
One of us is going to be your ride. We got to get. How are we going to meet?
No. I mean, I'll see y'all. I'll meet y'all in the parking lot or whatever the fuck. There ain't no way I'm rushing the field if we get beat. Actually, there's no way I'm not rushing the field if we win. I'm not going on the field unless Clemson wins and we just happen to walk down there. I'm not. Have you seen me rush anything ever? No.
Come on, man. Have you seen me move all? Well, you have seen me move.
You actually move pretty good for a fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it impresses me sometimes.
Yeah, you and Sea-Dog both. Y'all move better than I do, and I'm not fat.
That's down bad.
Well, I am down bad. I am down bad.
All I can, and this isn't even me trolling. We're lucky we played Colorado week 1. I don't think there's a lot of teams we beat that's a Power 4 team that's not coached by Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Did you see him asked about pocketing 2 timeouts? He's like, well, hey, when would you have called them? And it's like, hey, buddy, how about when you took a sack with a minute and 2 seconds to go?
Are you talking about Deion?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or when you didn't get the first down after the sack, that'd have been a pretty good time to call a timeout.
Yeah, but even look, I understand people are gonna pick apart the game. That game was never really in question outside of the fact that Georgia Tech turned the ball over 3 times in the first quarter. That game was over from the word go. I mean, Colorado's just not any good. So timeouts, no timeouts, whatever coaching decisions they made, they were going to lose that game no matter what. I mean, Georgia Tech's just better.
Yeah, well,
a lot better.
I probably got 15 comments. Colorado's a better team. Georgia Tech just played better. Now, what?
What? Where'd you those?
That Auburn guy must have commented that. 15 different
Auburn
times.
national championship guy. He's like, Deion should have took 2 timeout. It was just better.
Just a better team. Y'all just
better
and
team.
that's something I didn't realize. That's a common trope of losers. Now, Georgia, shit. Rec knows about calling out losers. Did it with Florida State last year. We're your Super Bowl. You know that's always a losing team. And I didn't know that was a thing. We're better. Y'all just played better is a common loser thing to type, just so y'all know.
Yeah, and believe me, I hear that when Clemson loses, we were better. They just played better, and that pisses me off too. And that's a total loser mentality. You never hear winners saying that. Like real winners. I'm not talking about, the winner of the game.
Yeah.
Long-term winners.
Yeah. Y'all are the better team. We just played better. You never see that type.
No.
But I won't take any more of your time. I'm looking forward to you. Are you looking forward to coming to Casa de Rec and doing the weirdo shit we do over here?
Bro, I can't be more excited. I'm stoked.
I wake up like real early sometimes thinking about it.
Now you're starting to scare me a little bit, but yeah, I'm looking. I couldn't be looking more forward to
like
it.
Christmas. You remember when you wake up early Christmas morning, like Santa's almost here.
Yeah.
I wake up thinking, damn it, a few more days, Peete.
Yeah, I've got my He-Man sleeping bag and my pillow packed so I can sleep on your floor.
Dude, I live like a degenerate. Like I'm sure.
Well, I'll fit right in then.
Yeah, like I sleep on a couch.
You got a poker table in there so I can lose some money in the meantime?
Well, we can make anything.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to lose some money and be a degenerate, yeah. I mean,
yeah, of course. I mean, I can't go out of town and not lose money. That would be weird.
We'll set you up.
All right.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
All right. See you later, Reg Talk. Thanks for the call, buddy. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Yeah, DJ Lagway has the 104th QBR in the country after playing Long Island.
104th out of 131?
Well, there's 140 teams. I'm sure more than that.
Yeah.
More than 140 quarterbacks played because a lot of backups play. But he's 104th in the country, QBR. DJ Lagway is. Now, do you know who number one is?
In QBR?
Yeah.
I don't. Who is it?
Well, it's Gunnar Stockton.
I was about to say that just because I figured it, that might be who you said, but that's a shocking stat, actually.
Yeah.
To hear that.
They played more, he's not as good as, he's not the best quarterback.
Yeah.
But he's better than Lagway. Lagway played a can of corn, too. So Gunnar Stockton is better than Lagway. That's just official there. The other thing is we didn't get to do the Lunch Money show this week on account of the Bill Belichick Bowl. So I was wondering if I could give some locks of the week out so that everybody knows what to bet the opposite of.
I'm waiting with bated breath. I'm going to write these down, too.
All right, here's my locks. So bet the opposite of this.
All right, lock it away.
Iowa State -3 over Iowa. Iowa State under, no matter what the point total is. Doesn't matter. Just bet the under. The final
You don't even care. You don't even care if it's
score.
like 25 points. Just bet the under.
No. It's going to be a baseball score like 9-4 for normal.
Yeah, okay.
I like Kansas +6 against Missouri. And I like Kansas, Missouri over the point total, no matter what it is. Track meet game there. And I like Kansas +6 on that. I also like Virginia +3.
I like that bet.
And I like UNLV plus the points. I actually like UNLV on the money line to get the win outright against UCLA.
How many points? Do you know how many points they're getting?
I think it's 3 or 4, but that's a home game for UNLV, and you don't just walk into Allegiant Stadium. And beat Dan Mullen.
Yeah, Dan Mullins. He's on a road to a national championship.
Yeah. So those are the locks of the week. Last thing before I go, before I knew Huffer Billy Paul, I always had this idea in my head of what kind of people were on these old school message boards. Because, these things came out, these message boards have been around since basically the internet was invented. They were around way before social media, way before Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. These message boards have been around since the late 90s in a lot of cases. So in my mind, everybody before I knew Paul, everybody that's on these old school message boards is like these 60 and 65-year-old, half-wits. And then I met Paul, and I said, wow, I was right.
You understood it then, didn't you? It all came together and made sense whenever you met Paul.
Yeah. And you were asking like what people must think of Paul on TigerNet. There's only two types of fans on those boards. There's the fans that think that their team is going 100-0 no matter what, and anybody that thinks they're even losing one game is an idiot. And then there's people like Paul who think they're going 0-100, and if you even think they're winning one game, you're an idiot. So it's either complete doomsdayers or complete Disney fans. There's no in between. There's no real game discussion on there. It's either we're terrible and we're never winning another game and we need to fire every coach we have and replace all the players, or we're beating everybody we play and nobody else is even going to come close, and no one is in our same league. And it's pretty obvious what side of the aisle Paul is on that. He's a doomsdayer.
Well, I don't know if he is. He's on a different side of the aisle depending on which week it is during the season. I know you remember the same thing he did last year after Clemson lost 30-3 to Georgia, week 1. We heard the same exact thing from him. Fire Dabo Swinney, fire Garrett Riley, fire every coach, fire the fucking AD. Tear down the stadium, bulldoze the campus. I mean, he just wanted to completely nuke the whole city of Clemson. And then by playoff time, it was, we're a national championship. Cade Klubnik's going to win the Heisman. We're going to beat Texas and everybody else, Ohio State and everybody else in the playoff. Like, he is so up and down. But that does fit right in with the people on TigerNet. That's how they are too. Yeah, he called me a Disney Tiger because I didn't think they were going 6-6.
Right. Yeah. Now on this game that y'all are going to, I can't remember. Did you go with them last year? You didn't, did you?
No, I didn't.
They all went to the Clemson Georgia game. Do you remember what happened to Paul at that game?
Yeah. Well, he did the same thing he did in Vegas. He got lost.
Right. With 5 minutes to go in the game, he got mad, walked off. They couldn't find him. They had to get in the car. They called him. He didn't even know. He had walked away from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He didn't even know where he was at. He had to walk to a street corner, give them the street signs where he was at, and they had to go to get in the car and use GPS to find him and pick him up. So don't let him out of your sight when you're there.
I don't care if he gets lost. I'm not going to find him.
Might be a missing persons report.
If he gets lost, I might actually be happy about it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's happened before, and you seemed pretty happy. I mean, you just sat there and played roulette while everybody else was like, "Where's Paul?" You were like, "He's a grown man. He's a grown man."
That's actually true. That's actually. He sounds like he's trolling. That's actually true. They came in the casino. I was playing roulette. And I go, "Where the fuck is Paul?" They go, "He's lost." I go, "Well, it's a grown man. He'll find his way back."
Yeah, we're like, I'm worried about Paul because we got there. I was like, I thought he was with you.
Yeah.
And Pete's like, no, me and Sir UJ came back. And I was like, well, this is a problem because we're all back here now and there's no sign of Paul and he's not answering his phone. And Pete's like, look, Paul's a grown man. Paul's a grown man and he'll find his way back. Couple of zeros.
That's 100% true. That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
I do like some of his picks. I like his Kansas pick for sure. I don't know. I don't know about well, first of all, I'm allergic to taking the under on any game. So he said the Iowa State game under. Now that's probably a good bet, to be honest with you, because it's Iowa and Iowa State. But I'm allergic to unders. I get the heebie-jeebies and the scabies, and I start itching if I take any under. So I'm just not going to bet that game probably. And I do like the Virginia +3 as well. I think Virginia might win that game outright. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Hey, man. What's going on tonight?
Hey, what's up, man?
Dude, look, I don't know when the last time you had a call-in show was, but I was there back in at least 2019, 2020. Hey. And I know what you're going to say. I'm only calling because LSU's in the win column, and you might be right. Ed Ogeron sent us down the river and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing, I had to follow up Lou, and that's not necessarily the best thing. I wish I'd follow up somebody who had more static in their line and a Geiger counter like the Auburn fan, but hey, it's good to be here.
I'm glad you called in. It doesn't matter who you follow, buddy. Any caller that calls into this show is good in my opinion. So let me ask you a question. Since you are an LSU fan, obviously, give me your thoughts on all the bullshit aside. I mean, with the back and forth with the Clemson and LSU fans, the back and forth with Brian Kelly and Dabo Swinney and all the bullshit, just throw that out the window. What are your real thoughts on both of these teams? Start with Clemson as far as the game, and then what you expect for them and for the rest of the season, and then give me the same thing for LSU.
So I started watching the game pretty early, I didn't just hop in as the game kicked off. I don't know what it was like to be on the field and be in the stands, but I got intimidated seeing them run down that DC and Dabo hit that sprint. So I was kind of scared, and I was under no illusion that our streak of games starting out the year, I was under no illusion that was in the background, right? So I was afraid when it first happened, but to answer the question with Clemson playing, I thought their defense was insane. I was surprised that Clemson's offense didn't adjust to all those blitzes we were doing. I didn't watch it super closely, but it seemed like a lot of man blitzing, not necessarily green dog, but pretty damn close to it. I was surprised there wasn't a whole lot of adjustments. I see a lot of guys blaming Clemson for not running the ball, but when you have a wide receiver converted to running back, and you're not getting a whole lot, I don't know what you're going to do. Maybe more screens would have done something, but that LSU defense came out like they said they were. Unlike the last 5 years, they said they were going to come out and stomp people, and said they had a nosebleed they couldn't stop. That's really about it. I want to kind of hear what you were going to say, but
I agree with what the majority of what you said. The only thing I will push back on is that we didn't even attempt to run the ball. I mean, we had 20 runs total. 9 of those, or 8 or 9 of those, were with the quarterback. 2 of those were trick plays with wide receivers. So right. Between the 3 running backs that we did play, only 8 carries between 3 running backs in 4 quarters. Only 2 carries between running backs in the entire second half. So maybe I'm not saying that if they did run the ball more with the running backs that it would have been a different result, but we have no idea of knowing that because we didn't see it. So I have a problem with the play calling under Clemson. And again, I'm not saying that would have changed the outcome of the game. Maybe it might have been even worse. I don't know. But I need to see what Clemson does have at running back before I make that determination. But yeah, I mean, I think LSU legit, and that's not just because I'm a Clemson fan and they got beat at home by a team. I've seen a lot of football in my life. Garrett Nussmeier is the real deal. I think LSU's running game is legit. I think your defense is one of the top 5 in the country. So, to me, losing at home week 1 is bad, obviously. But losing to a team like LSU is not the fucking end of the world, especially if you look at Clemson's schedule going forward. LSU's probably going to be the best team we play all year. And it was a 7-point game. Now, I know people are going to say, well, that touchdown that got called back and everything. All right, let me ask you that. Let me ask you a serious question. Even if you score 24 and not 17, which is what I think you probably did score, okay, in my opinion, how many points do you think LSU is going to average throughout the rest of the season on offense? Is it going to be 24 or more? I think so.
Yeah, I mean, unless Ole Miss or something like that has a good showing against us, or Alabama somehow finds a backbone.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to look back at the end of this season, and Clemson might have one of the best defensive performances against this LSU offense out of any team in the SEC. So, I'm taking that. I'm taking that as a positive for Clemson. Now, Clemson's got problems. Their offensive line is not very good, or at least they didn't play very good, and we don't know who the running back is. outside of that, I'm not ready to jump ship on Clemson yet. And you know what? We may end up meeting again in the play. If Clemson, ends up making the playoffs, we may end up seeing you again in the playoffs.
That's very true. One thing I do want to say about that is it could be a situation like LSU had last year, a really good pass protecting offensive line, not good at running the ball. But like you said, it may be that front and that pressure that was in Klubnik's face most of the night, especially in the second half, that just might end up being the real deal.
It was.
Ask you about now, did you put a lot of stock into the SEC losing streak? Because I tried to not put any stock in the 5-game losing streak because only a handful of those were on Kelly's watch, and there's a whole thing about that too. But there's a lot of differences between Georgia and LSU. Take out the SEC part of it and just tell me what you think about them losing big versus last year and this team that walked into Death Valley. I'll say that y'all definitely have a right to say it's Death Valley too. I'm not going to say anything about it other than that. But the team that walked in that night and played LSU, what do you think some of the contributing factors are to the game playing out?
Are you asking me what the contributing factors? Which team are you talking about?
Yeah, so obviously I think that your team played a whole lot better versus LSU. I also don't think that LSU has all the same dogs as Georgia in some ways, but in some ways it's pretty equal.
Okay, I got what you're saying. So you wanting me to compare the game last year against Georgia to the LSU game this year?
Yeah, in a roundabout way. Sorry.
Yeah, it's painful. I was one of the ones that was out here making fun of Brian Kelly for not winning a home opener against non-con teams for his entire tenure at LSU. But meanwhile, Clemson's on sort of a losing streak in home openers in big games. I don't know how to compare the two teams between Georgia and LSU. I will say this, though. I think that the defense played decent for Clemson in both of those games. Obviously, one of them was a neutral site game. The other one was in Clemson, so that does play a difference there. Right. But for some reason, I think Cade Klubnik is a very good player, and I don't know what it is about these type of games where he sort of crawls into his shell early in the year. And look, there was a lot of opportunities for Cade Klubnik. He missed a couple of touchdowns that were wide open receivers. He didn't need to scramble. He could have stepped up in the pocket and threw the ball, but he played scared. So I don't know, and you wouldn't expect that out of a veteran quarterback. Cade Klubnik's played a lot of football against a lot of great teams, and I think that he's better than what he looked like the other night. Now, a part of that is because of how good LSU's defense was, but there is something there that I really can't put my thumb on. But I do know good football when I see it, and I thought that especially during the second half, LSU played good football around the board. They outcoached Clemson. They outplayed Clemson. They deserved to win the game. They probably should have won by 14 instead of 7. But at the same time, I am not ready to like throw the towel in and say that Clemson's garbage because they lost to a great team like LSU. I don't know where people are coming up with that shit.
Probably the top 10.
Yeah.
Ranked 3 now. I was thinking they were going to be 4 to 6. But do you think ACC teams are even rushing him the same way? I mean, the same amount, not even the same way, but I think it comes down to the people they have too. So let's say that whatever state is sending the same exact blitz package at Klubnik, and he's seeing that, and he's seeing those caliber of athletes. Well, when he sees Georgia, when he sees a playoff team, when he sees LSU, he's only seeing those 2 to 3 times a year. I think that he just gets used to maybe playing those cupcakes. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know, because I've seen him play in big games against SEC defenses that are legit and him play very well. I mean, did you see the Texas playoff game? I mean, he might have been one of the best players on the field that night. I mean, he played like a hero. Clemson's defense is the one that let them down in the Texas game. They gave up 2 70-yard runs for touchdowns, but somehow they were still there with 4 minutes left in the game, down by 1 score. So, I've seen Cade Klubnik against legit SEC defenses play great. So even against South Carolina, Clemson should have beat South Carolina. That wasn't Cade Klubnik's fault last year. That was because the defense couldn't stop Lenore Sellers. So I think that he can. I think he's a championship level quarterback who, when his back's against the wall and he plays good, can compete with anybody else in the country at quarterback.
I'll tell you one thing. He could have been sacked 6 times, but pure athleticism and getting the ball out saved him a lot. And I'm not saying all of his balls that he got out early were accurate. Obviously, that 4th down was a ball he got out that really didn't have a chance of going anywhere. But you have to throw it up at that point.
I'll say he did not. And Dabo Swinney said the same thing. He did not play great. He missed a lot of opportunities. He was seeing ghosts, and some of the credit goes to LSU for that. Some of the blame goes to Cade Klubnik and the offensive line for that. But at the end of the day, I still think Cade Klubnik is a top 5 quarterback in the country. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I've seen him play a lot of football.
I've seen somebody say that he's an excellent college football quarterback, and somebody said that Nussmeier may be a pro-style quarterback in the future. And I think there's something to that. Not doing so much research, but did Klubnik run track or something previously?
No, not as far as I know. Cade Klubnik never lost a game as a starter in all of high school and won 3 Texas State championships. Look, everybody in the country wanted him, including LSU. When he was recruited by everybody that mattered. He came to Clemson. I think first of all, you talk about Nussmeier. I think Nussmeier is going to be a highly drafted, top 10 pick in the draft overall. Maybe the first quarterback overall. We'll see. But I also think the same about. I think both those guys are going to be pretty good pros. I think they've got all the intangibles. They both have the head. They both have the arm, and the head for it. So I don't know. I don't know what people are. This idea that because Cade Klubnik lost to a great LSU team that he's terrible is just fucking mind blowing to me.
I'm hesitant to say the team's great until they beat Alabama and not lose by 40.
Even if you're not great, you're still a top 10 team. I watched week 1 like everybody else did, and of course teams sometimes look better early in the year, but LSU's got some absolute dogs all around that team. This is the best team that Brian Kelly's had there. It's not even close.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And we beat Bama on 21 with not a very good defense, but a Heisman winning.
Yeah.
Maybe 22. Soon to be Heisman winning quarterback at that time. One last question, and I'll get off. Who really gives you more fear, Miami or Florida State?
Miami.
Okay, why so?
I think again, this is just based off of 1 week sample, but I think Miami is the most complete team in all of the ACC right now. Maybe Clemson can get there if they can figure out some things with the offensive line and the running game. If we can figure out who the running back is, but Miami, they've got an experienced winning quarterback in Carson Beck. They've got one of the best receivers in the country. I think Miami might have the best offensive line in all of the country, and that means a lot. They definitely have the best offensive line in the ACC, but they've got an NFL defensive line from offensive line from start to finish. So Miami scares me a little bit more than Florida State does. I was impressed with what Florida State did against Alabama, but I'm not completely sold on Florida State yet. I think Alabama's got some real fucking problems, dude. You know what I mean? So, look, I think Florida State's obviously better than they were last year. That goes without saying. But I'm not ready to throw my hat in the ring with the Florida State train quite yet. But I think Miami is actually a legit team in the country.
Did you see the catch C.J. Daniels made where he kind of threw that? That was insane.
Oh, the one-handed, that was insane.
LSU transfer, by the way.
Yeah. Why did he transfer?
I don't know. Yesterday I was playing the older college football game, and I was using him. And when the game comes on, I'm like, well, I don't see that same number 4. It's been replaced by number 6 apparently. So
yeah, Miami is a scary team. And not just in the ACC. I think anybody that plays them out of conference should be worried. I can't wait to watch the Miami versus Florida game. That's going to be really good.
That is going to be good.
Yeah.
I think Lou was right though. I think Lagway's got a lot to prove, to be honest.
Yeah.
He put it on versus us, but to be fair, they really wanted to beat us because we had beat them 5 years in a row. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
We beat Florida 5 years in a row, and but anyway, I'll let you go.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call, man. And good luck to your Tigers for the rest of the year. You got a big game coming up in a couple of weeks against Florida. So.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
All right, man. Take it easy. LSU fan calling in there. What's up? You're on with Pete. He hung up. He waited online for 45 minutes and then hung up. Well, what's up? You're on with Pete.
What's up, Pete?
Hey, what's up?
Utah man.
Utah man.
Yeah, and I'm real mad at Tennessee still, so I'm going to be mad at them for a second. They stole the best player in their state, and they don't deserve him, and it's real rude, and I wish they would stop doing that. Number 2 is, please, for the love of everything, stop thinking you guys are the only teams with an offensive line. Our offensive line is great. Watch them. I know it's 3 a.m. when we play our games. Try and watch a game. Just watch. Next game against Cal Poly doesn't count. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I don't know who you're referring to as far as the offensive line there. Which teams are we referring to?
Well, that old dunce Lou tried to say that Miami is the greatest one of all time. Last year he said Georgia's O-line sucked, and they were fine for most of the teams that I've been playing against in the Pac-12 for the last decade. But so there's a difference. We're not a traditional Pac-12 team or traditional Big 12 team that is just some air raid nonsense. We like to run the ball. We always have. That's what we do. Play action pass off the run. That's been our motto. That's the only reason we were able to compete in those types of air raid conferences is because we went more traditional and they weren't ready for it. Auburn versus Baylor. Auburn runs for 408 million yards against them. So that's our kind of claim to fame. So at least our one team, when you think about us from the outside looking in at this little brother conference and all that, at least give us some credit for our defensive and offensive front. We're not that shitty. Fair enough?
I think that's fair. I was impressed with Utah this past week. Now, I know that the competition that you played against might not be the greatest, but you still took care of business, and it wasn't even close.
Right. It wasn't close at all. And if for what it's worth, draft predictions always change, but they're kind of a decent judge of, hey, what kind of players do you have on your team? Both of our tackles are predicted first-round picks. One of them potentially top even 5 pick in the next draft. The interior is also potential draft picks, which is not common for these two conferences, right? The Pac-12 and Big 12. So it is a really overpowered O-line for the conference we're in. And as anyone with half a sense knows, winning starts up front. So I think despite everyone's picks and how bad we were last year, we should be competing for a championship here if all things go well. Plus, our quarterback is legit. Went from never heard of him, who's this New Mexico guy, to now having Heisman odds on him. Not saying he's going to win.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
Has odds.
Yeah, you're right. What do you think about? The Big 12 to me is the biggest mystery in all of college football. You can go through the SEC and you say, okay, Georgia's good, Texas is good. You can pick out 2 or 3 teams. Ohio State's good in the Big 10. Oregon's good in the Big 10. Clemson's good in the ACC. Miami's good in the ACC. You can go through. The Big 12 is just a complete fucking toss-up, right? So, and the weird thing is, now that you mention it, is that I can mention 4 or 5 teams in the Big 12 a week ago or 2 weeks ago before the season started. Nobody seemed to be talking about Utah. Like,
and rightfully so. We went 5-7 last year.
But I get that. I get that. But there's other teams that people were talking about that were on the same level as Utah last year, but somehow they're getting love this year. So it's weird to me that Utah's not being mentioned. I mean, Texas Tech, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Iowa State. Like that's 5 teams right there, 6 teams. I had never heard anybody even mention Utah in the entire offseason, and me included. So I'm not excusing myself from this conversation. But I mean, what do you think when this is all said and done at the end of the regular season? I know you feel like that Utah's got a chance, and I'm actually kind of with you now, based on what I saw the first week. Like, where do you think that you think that they're going to be? And look, the Big 12 is so confusing every year, especially this year, I think, that it may come down to a tiebreaker type situation at the end of the year to see who plays in the Big 12 championship game. But what do you think the chances are that Utah's in that conversation come week 12?
It's almost guaranteed, given healthy, right? Like, if we lose our starting quarterback, like we lost Cam Rising 2 years in a row, and our team just falls apart, just goes rudderless, then anything's possible. But assuming the majority of our key players stay healthy, there's no reason we shouldn't be there. Our problem is, like, just being honest, if Utah, Texas Tech, whoever you want to put at the top of the Big 12 right now, got pushed into the Big 10 or the SEC, they're upper middle, they're not elite. They might, if they get lucky, get a couple of favorable schedule or something, compete in the championship game like an Iowa used to. But we don't have the elite of elite teams, the Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas. So we don't have one of those. We have an entire stack of good teams, this massive stack. I'd say, like, if you remove Ohio State and, I don't know, one other team, like, you could, like, shove us in there, and any group of this team is super, and it becomes the Big 12. We just don't have the elite of the elite, which gives, again, a smaller recruiting class type Utah a chance to win it, because we did good recruiting where it's very, very important. We found a diamond in the rough quarterback that's really good, and we have a nationally good, like, to great offensive and defensive line. Like, I think our stats wise, we were rushing 4 against a power 14, rushing 4, and we were getting pressure or a hit on the quarterback in like 60% of the plays, just rushing 4. Like, I don't care how bad UCLA is, that's still a power conference team, and that's very, very good. So we have a good trenches team, and I'm very, very hopeful and excited to see them go up against the more nationally known brands of having a good, front. So that's
yeah, I'm with you.
Be next, it could be literally anyone.
I'm with you.
Hope and dream is it's all 3 former mid majors, TCU, Utah, and BYU, just because it's funny to say, oh, look at the mid majors, the old BCS busters are, well, not BYU, but some of the old, like, we don't want them type schools, like, they'll never make it schools now run, a power conference would be awesome for me.
I'm going to tell you, man, because I know people, when they watch this YouTube channel and they listen to these call-in shows and I'm known as a Clemson guy, so people just sort of put that label on me. I'm a college football fan, man. I have been my whole life. I pay attention. I mean, I can't tell you Utah's roster top to bottom like I can Clemson's or whoever in the Big 12. But I'll tell you this. I love watching Big 12 football in these past few years. Like, people always talk about how they want parity in college football. They're tired of watching the Clemsons and the Alabamas and the Ohio States and Georgias of the world just dominate college football. Every single week, there is an interesting game in the Big 12. I don't care. And this year, it's going to be. I think it's going to be even like more than usual. So I love watching the Big 12, and Utah sparked my interest a little bit based on that win against UCLA.
Oh yeah, I've been blessed as a fan to not be in one of the power conferences, and the dwindling years of the Pac-12 was really, really fun. Like, really fun. Lots of upsets. Like, we had 2 years in a row, Utah just ruined that conference's chances of going to the playoffs because they beat the same team twice, Oregon and USC, right? We had these great, this is going to be our representative, and then dumpy little Utah comes in and says, nah, we're going to beat you twice and go 10 and, win 10 games. Like, that's just what we do. But they were exciting. There were huge upsets. It was fun. And last year we had the preseason ranked dead last go, win the whole thing and give Texas all that they could handle last year, didn't win, but give them all they could handle. It wasn't a blowout or something. It wasn't Georgia versus Florida State or something or Georgia versus TCU or something. Either one, I guess. So it's an exciting conference. And if you just like football in general, like you're not looking for just the marquee game, it's really, really fun football. And next week we got a couple, it's supposed to be a down week, but it's not a down week for the Big 12 stuff. We got a rivalry game in Iowa State. We got a bunch of really cool games if you're part of the conference. We get to, see what Kansas really is. Kansas looked very, very good, surprisingly good. I thought Kansas State was going to run Kansas this year, and they absolutely don't. So, but we have a couple of decent tests with them. It's Mississippi State, but still like a decent test to see if they are real. We got a bunch of fun games. So if you truly do like college football, turn on some Big 12 stuff. It's good football.
Yeah. I think anybody listening understands that. But hey, listen, man. Good luck to your Utes. Hey, are you the Utah man that's coming to Vegas with us in January?
Absolutely.
Hey. All right. I can't wait. Right. We're gonna have a lot of fun, buddy. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Right. Absolutely. Have a good one, man. Good to actually talk to you.
Yeah, you too, man. I'll see you in January. Thank you. SMU Nation in here says Clemson fans are the worst. Docker wearing, Martha's Vineyard wearing. I don't even know what Martha's Vineyard wearing fans means. You're an SMU fan. Y'all are the biggest wine and cheese pussies in the entire country. What the fuck are you talking about? Holy shit, that might be the dumbest thing that's been commented on all night. And that's saying a lot. I've seen a lot of dumb shit come across the timeline tonight. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Well, good, man. Michigan got a big game this weekend. Who you got in that game?
I picked Michigan. I picked Michigan to upset Oklahoma. I can't believe. I'm kind of surprised that Oklahoma's favored in that game. That's weird.
Yeah, I think it's on the road. There's that whole thing about true freshman quarterback, especially the fact that he turned 18 years old. The fact that he turned 18 years old, I think there's just trepidation there. He first road game, so kind of makes sense. Now, I'm going to sound a little crazy here, okay? But Bryce Underwood is the one, man, okay? Greatest quarterback prospect we've ever seen.
You said you were about to say something crazy, and look, I'm not going to say he's not because but I think it's way too early to be putting that on him. I mean, look, you're talking to a Clemson fan. We heard that shit about DJ Uiagalelei. How'd that work out?
Well, you guys did have Trevor Lawrence, though. I mean, he lived up to it.
Yeah, that did, but I mean, you don't hit on all of them. Now, look, I do like him. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I think he is good. Well, this is probably why you said that. Is because he's probably gonna be the best quarterback that Michigan's had in the past 20 years. But you're putting him on the level of all these other teams. So no, look, that's a good thing because you had some decent quarterbacks come through there, and he might be the best one out of all of them. But I don't know if I'm ready to crown him, the second coming of Jesus just yet.
I feel he's got the physical prowess of a Cam Newton.
Yeah.
And the throwing mechanics of a C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like him. And don't get me wrong, but I think you're a little ahead of your skis with, being the best quarterback in the history of quarterbacks, is the way you're sounding,
Well, I mean, prospect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But look, if we could run the ball and stop the run, which is, that's always, that's generic, but that's just the truth of football, lines of scrimmage. I think, they had a tough time running the ball on the FCS opponent, right? They struggled to run the ball on the FCS opponent, and the FCS opponent was able to run the ball on them. So I think as long as we can run the ball, help him out, get him comfortable, I think it should be a win. That's how I'm looking at that game.
Yeah. And as somebody who has no dog in the fight, as a matter of fact, I'm a Brent Venables fan because he was at Clemson forever, 10 years. So, but I'm still picking. I'm betting on Michigan to win this game. But I just believe they're a better team. So I'm with you on that. Money don't lie, bro. Fandom only carries you so far, but I don't bet based on fandom. I bet on what I see, and I think Michigan's going to be better. I think Michigan's better up front on both lines of scrimmage. I think they got a better quarterback. So yeah, I'm rolling with the Wolverines.
Let me ask you this, man. This is going off topic, but the Texas-Ohio State game, man. Look, Ohio State I think they got a great defense. Don't get me wrong. I really do. But I think Arch was just generationally ass in that game. Now, I'm not saying that the defense didn't confuse him, things like that, but there was a stat where it was 37% of his throws, 37% were considered what they call off target, where he should have hit them. They were open, but he was just completely missed them.
The whole Arch Manning, I feel sorry for this kid. He got thrown to the wolves in week 1 on the road against the defending national title holders, Ohio State, who's got maybe the most talented team in the country on paper, definitely defensively. I just don't understand. It's crazy to me, but that people think that Arch Manning is somehow we're here, and I know you probably say this too because you're a Michigan fan. He's a bust. He's a bust. He's a bust. This guy ain't a bust. He needs to play some games and get some reps under his belt. He'll be fine. I'm not saying.
I don't think he's a bust. But at the same time, I don't think he's anywhere near what they were saying.
But they put him on. This is what I'm talking about. I agree with you. They put him up on this pedestal so high, like he's the best quarterback to ever play the game. Like nobody can live up to that shit. He hears that stuff. He's only as good as the experience he has and the players around him. Texas will be fine. Arch Manning will be fine, but the idea that he's the best quarterback to ever play, that's an insane pressure to put on anybody.
I will say though, I don't know what happened, but you got to admit his throwing mechanics in that game were atrocious.
He didn't look good, but they had a lot of other problems other than him. It wasn't just him. He wasn't the main problem in that game. Would you agree with that?
There's definitely other issues. I do, but I could probably name 10 plays right now where I think in the play calling, the red zone. You're right, because I will say Sarkisian, his red zone play calling is very questionable. Like I don't get the QB sneak on 4th down at all. Like he's not Jalen Hurts. He's not Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
The defense is clearly selling out for that. Just run the ball there. Like if you're gonna run the ball, just run the ball. Don't put Arch Manning in a position where I don't even think he's built for that.
Yeah,
honestly.
I know. I agree with that. I thought there was some questionable calls there, but yeah, he didn't really get much help from his receivers. He didn't get much help from his offensive line. And really, honestly, you got to give credit to Ohio State for just being. I think Ohio State's just better than Texas. To be honest with you. So. But Arch Manning's not. He'll be fine. But this expectation they put on him. They had him to win the Heisman. How many games has he started at Texas? Like 6, maybe.
He started a couple. No, I don't even think it's.
It's 5 or 6.
Yeah. The games he started were against trash.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he's never gone up against a team like Ohio State before, and for them to just pencil in him being the Heisman winner and going to go out there and go into Columbus and beat Ohio State in the shoe, it's like that's way too much pressure. Like I think he'll be fine. They'll settle him down. He'll get in rhythm. With Texas is uber talented. So I'm not throwing. Look,
man,
I'm not throwing in the towel at Arch
everybody's a
Manning.
walk-on.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a walk-on like Davis Warren and can walk in the shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, so while I have you on the phone, so where do you think Michigan's? Look, I know you're about to tell me they're winning the Big Ten and winning the national championship, but honestly, what do you think Michigan's record is going to be in the regular season this year? Don't tell me 12-0. I'll hang up on you.
Yeah, I feel you. This is how I take every season. I don't even look at preseason rankings. I think they're all bullshit. I think they're all BS.
Well, they are bullshit. Yeah.
I get why they come up with them. I don't even know a lot. Like, I can't even tell a lot from week one, right? I don't know. What I will say though is and I'm not even. I haven't made a prediction on the season. I'm gonna make a prediction on the season after the Oklahoma game, and I'll say this: if we go into Oklahoma and we whoop that ass, 16-0. This is like a mic drop moment.
I just told you don't say that.
Hey man, look, I just believe that, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'll put it like this, man.
You don't really believe. You're saying that, but you don't really believe that. There's no way. There's no fucking way possible that you really believe you're going 16-0.
Well, it depends on how we look at Oklahoma. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that right now.
Take Oklahoma out of the situation. I mean.
Hey, look, man. We got Neo in the Matrix at quarterback.
No, you don't.
All right, we got.
You're starting to sound like Texas fans now. With the Arch Manning stuff, bro.
Bryce
Come on,
Underwood
man.
is everything they thought Arch was. I'll put it like that.
Jesus Christ.
Hey man, look, it's early season. You gotta have fun with it, man. You gotta have fun with it.
You can have fun with it. I was
BSing.
All right, so who you losing to then? Pick one team. And you said Oklahoma. Forget Oklahoma.
Who we losing to?
Yeah, in the Big Ten. In the Big Ten, not Oklahoma.
Okay, this is who we losing to. We losing to the Mays team on the next spring game.
All right, thank you for calling. Thank you. It's just. Boy, it's definitely early in the season, ain't it? What's up? You're on with Pete.
Come on, Pete. I was not impressed with Georgia this game. Our running backs didn't do shit, and the only running back that did anything was our quarterback, and that's going to lead to our quarterback getting hurt because he keeps running the ball like a running back, and if the right person comes at him, he'll get hurt, and then we'll have to rely on our backup, Puglisi. And that's just, I'm glad we're running the ball now, but, I'm just, this just doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't make any sense?
The fact that our main running back is a quarterback, and we're not utilizing Frazier the running back from the transfer from Illinois.
Tell me more about Illinois.
The transfer running back from Illinois, from that that's at Georgia now. The running back.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name to save my life, but he's a good running back. He did a good job running the ball. He with the snaps he got, which was very little, and Frazier did a good job too. But like I said, the main person getting the ball was Gunnar Stockton, and I'm like, come on, just let the running backs get the ball. Quit giving it to Gunnar Stockton. Let other running backs get the ball.
Let the other running backs other than Gunnar Stockton get the ball?
Yeah, pretty much.
As far as running backs go for Georgia, where does Gunnar Stockton fall on the depth chart?
I guess on the depth chart, he's like number one is running the ball. That's what it looks like.
So Gunnar Stockton is RB1 for the Dogs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
if he
heard.
gets
Somebody
hurt-
told me that. Somebody earlier told me that. They said Gunnar Stockton's the best running back that Georgia has.
Yeah, so if he gets hurt, we're in trouble. After Clemson,
You know what I really miss about Georgia's team? Your best wide receiver was Brock Bowers. Do you remember that wide receiver from Georgia, Brock Bowers?
He's a tight end.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that Gunnar Stockton was a running back and Brock Bowers was a wide receiver. And I thought that Aaron Murray was a defensive back. Am I wrong about that?
Aaron Murray, I think he was
I'm pretty sure he was a defensive back. Wasn't Todd Gurley an offensive lineman?
Todd Gurley was a running back.
He was?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm positive that AJ Green was a linebacker. Right?
AJ Green was a wide receiver.
He was a wide receiver?
Yes.
Damn. I'm all over the place here. Well, Stetson Bennett was the best safety you've ever had.
Best quarterback.
He was a quarterback?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Damn.
What about Clemson? I feel like Clemson might be in trouble if they don't get their running back set up and their O-line set up if they don't get that sorted out quick in a hurry.
Well, as soon as I finish this call-in show, I'm going right to TigerNet, and I'm typing in there for the next 12 hours to fire Dabo Swinney, fire Garrett Riley, fire Tom Allen, fire the coach of the cheerleading squad, fire the equipment manager, the strength and conditioning coach needs to go. He's dog shit. Who am I missing? Fire whoever the guy that calls the Clemson games on the local radio station. Fire him too. So yeah, Clemson's they're not any good.
Yeah, Texas.
They're not any good.
Sarkisian needs to fucking call plays. He needs to retire that and let somebody else call the plays. That's why they keep losing games.
Yeah, we need to fire Steve Sarkisian from Clemson too. He's not a good coach for Clemson. Yeah.
Yeah, Clemson. Yeah,
Steve Sarkisian's the worst. Steve Sarkisian is the worst coach on Clemson's staff.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
That's right.
Yep.
But for Steve Sarkisian, he needs to either give up plays as a Texas head coach, or he needs to let somebody else call the plays. As an OC.
After we fire, I think we need to fire Nick Saban as Clemson's defensive coordinator too. He's not any good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he sucks.
Nick Saban.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck he's doing.
He has no idea what he's doing. I mean, he can't even recruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad. It's real bad.
Down bad.
Down bad. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Jarrett. Thank you for the call, buddy. Wow. What a whirlwind that was. I'm sorry to let all you Georgia fans know, but according to Jarrett, RB1 is Gunnar Stockton, and if he gets hurt, you're completely fucked. Your season's over. If your number one running back in Gunnar Stockton gets hurt, you're not a playoff team.
Playoff team and man. Playoff team and man.
Game over. Not winning the SEC. So it is what it is. I don't make the rules. He's the one that said it, not me. Oh, man. Anyway, so look, I'm going to go ahead and end the show here. A great show. We are so back. We are so back. I did miss a super chat. Let me see if I can find it. It was in the middle of a phone call. And now I'm not going to be able to find it. It's going to make me feel bad. Because somebody actually took the time to support the show with a super chat, and I didn't even read it. So now I feel terrible about it. But thank you to him. Thank you to all the callers. Thank you to all the commenters. The whole deal. You guys have this to look forward to every single Wednesday throughout the college football season, the Pigskin Peete College Football Call-In Show. And I look forward to it again next Wednesday night at 10 p.m. following the Rob and Kale Show. You guys are all amazing and fantastic. And that's it. Hey, have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you guys very soon. Have a great night.